More than 250 years ago, bago naging United States ang Amerika, meron ng permanenteng tirahan ang mga Pilipino sa Louisiana. Pumunta kami sa dulo ng Louisiana, USA para hanapin ang Saint Malo. Dito nakita ang bakas ng first permanent Filipino settlement. Welcome to Intramuros, Louisiana! Nakipagkita kami kay Randy Gonzalez, ang author ng Settling Saint Malo at ang kaapu-apuhan ng unang grupo ng mga Pilipino na nakabuo ng komunidad sa Louisiana na dati nasa ilalim ng Espanya.
Saint Malo, 1883. Bayou, village, island with no clear western shore.
Tinawag silang mga Manila Men. And according to records, mga mandaragat o seafarers sila na iniwan ng mga Spanish galleons noong 1763 para bumuo ng panibagong buhay sa latian o swamp. At ang nakitang mga bahay sa Saint Malo ay kamukhang kamuka ng mga bahay kubo natin.
I used to come out here fishing with my dad, and I didn't know Filipinos were out here. I didn't know this was a Filipino community right down the road. You go down there, and it's nothing but swamp and nothing right now. You don't see a whole lot. But 100 years, more than 150 years ago, Filipinos were out there fishing. And that story is important, but I didn't know about it. And I'm out here fishing with my dad, of Filipino descent. He's Filipino. And we don't know this story, and why not, right? Why didn't we know this story? And so this is so learning about it, working on it and just looking at the research, writing the text for the marker. It was like really felt like I was making sure that that story was told over and over again.
May mga kasama kaming mga Pilipino sa tour at tuwing may mga Pilipino na gustong mag-tour sa New Orleans o sa Louisiana, ang biyahe papuntang Saint Malo ang isa sa kanilang ino-offer. Ang usapan sa loob ng van, laging naikukumpara ang lugar sa Pilipinas.
We're outside of the levee protection here, so if a big storm comes, this is really a vulnerable area and would flood very quickly.
Very much like the Philippines.
Yes, outside of the protection. So they build the houses up high, they build things up high. And you'll see as we get down there, when we get to the bayou, and all the houses are like 13 or 16 feet up in the air.
Maya't maya rin itinuturo ni Randy mga marker na patunay na matagal nang nasa Louisiana ang mga Pilipino.
There used to be houses that were on the ground, but after Hurricane Katrina knocked them all away, they raised them, they built new houses up. The nipa huts in the swamp, right? The Filipinos made the roofs for their houses in the old days. They were usually a little thicker. This one's beat up by the wind, but yeah, they would put them down like that, right? Yeah, so the floods, it has to be strong. See how many little pylons they have? Because the waters could be strong and push up against it and try to push the house down.
Twice my height.
Well, yes.
Isa sa hilig kong puntahan kapag nagta-travel ako abroad, yung kanilang mga grocery. Yung local products nila na pwede kong maipasalubong sa Pilipinas. Nahanap ko yung hibe na ginawa nila dito. Hibe kaya, pero shrimping, yun yung isa sa contribution ng mga Pilipino dito. Welcome to Rousen. Kilala ang Louisiana sa kanilang Creole cooking. At sa Creole, gumagamit sila ng dried shrimp. Ito yung pinaniniwalaang kabuhayan ng mga Pilipinong nanirahan sa Louisiana. Meron dyan sa kabila. Saan kaya? Wala pa. Saan kaya yun? Heto na siya! Ayan o. Oh! Sabi local, like us. Ayan o, shrimp creole mix sa kasulat. Oh, yan! Success! Malayo mula sa Pilipinas ang Saint Malo. Binubura na ng tubig ang lugar ng unang mga Pilipinong nakipagsapalaran manirahan ng permanente sa Amerika. Walang mga lumang gusali, walang town square, nawawala na ang bakas. Ang natitira na lang ang marker na tila lapid ang itsura at ang mga tula ni Randy.
This is a story of Filipino America. It's a story of Asian America. It's a story of Louisiana. It's a story of the United States. It's a story of Filipino migration. It's a story of the Philippines. So this is a story that it kind of connects, cultures and people, but it's just one that's not often told. And markers are just one way to help us keep the memory, and so people come and will know the story.
So it's a disappearing story?
The story won't disappear, right? That's the thing. The stories don't disappear if we take the effort to tell them, and we take the effort to share them.